Hello everybody and welcome back to Campsite Hustle. Let's hurry up and get to the site because we have a busy day ahead of us and I want to make use of the daylight. So I've done a few days without you, a few more than I anticipated doing, but I've done a few days without you nonetheless. We have purchased the land on the right hand side here. So I've already gone ahead and done that. We'll just squeeze our way through and we're now on our land. So yeah, we now own this bit of land. Which is really, really good. So what I'm going to do here is put on some more traditional looking campsites. So we're just going to have your general camping over here with the tent. And I want to try and keep as many of these trees as possible. I kind of want this area to be camping in the woods. So I'm going to try and keep as many of these as possible. And if we have to take a few down, we will, but we'll try and replace them as we go. But yeah, try and keep as many trees in here as possible. I've kept a few of the rocks as well. I've had to get rid of a lot at the front because we won't be able to place anything down, but I've saved some of the larger ones. In the center here, I'm going to try and put a fire pit. I've already built it. I'm going to try and put the fire pit in over here, and hopefully that will work out. But yeah, not too bad, this bit of land. So we'll get cracking with this today. Now, I've already been building and moving some stuff around. So all of the campsites that were here, I've taken the fencing away and moved them around. We've got our existing 4. I've built 2 others and the fire pit. Now, I've moved my warehouse over to here purely just so I can use this land for building on. So that it's actually working quite well, as you can see. I've been able to build on it. And so that's going to stay over there now. I think that works pretty well. Otherwise, between the videos, I haven't really done anything apart from I put in the rest of the pathways, made sure they were all good, put the lights in and the gardens for our posh bungalows. That's all I've done. Something to keep an eye on during the course of the day. My handyman is stopped, or I don't know if he was ever doing, but he is no longer repairing showers. So the showers just do not get repaired unless I do it. So a couple of times per day, I need to have a walk around and just go and fix the showers because he's not doing it. And we need to keep an eye on our janitor as well. He's doing great at the moment. When this place gets quite busy, he does fall behind a little bit sometimes, and if it goes to sort of the 60% range, he struggles to get back on top of it again. So I may need a second janitor in future. Actually, just something else that I have also changed between the videos. I put this path in down here, but then I couldn't put that light that I had. I had a hanging light over the top. I couldn't put that back again after putting that path, so I got rid of it completely. And I've put in the recycling bins, which earn us a fair amount of money. It was like $13 per use. So recycling bins, much, much better. Put in a couple of lights either side and a bush. I think that looks quite nice. So it's just a small adjustment, but I actually think that looks a little bit better than it did before anyway. Right, let's start moving some stuff around. So let's move the fire pit over to start with. I quite like this fire pit. It's quite large to build, but luckily it's shrunk down a bit afterwards. Now I think I can fit this in over here, and I can. Good. So we're going to pop this in somewhere about there. I kind of want to be close to that rock near these trees. Perfect. So I have that there. So unlike around the rest of the area where I've had these, they're basically side by side, quite uniform looking. I'm just kind of going to plop these ones down. I'm not really going to do that sort of thing because obviously I don't want to remove all the trees. I'm going to attempt just to squeeze these in wherever we can. So I think somewhere in the corner for this one would look quite good. I'm going to try and get another one in here somewhere. Another one up there if we can. And try and dot them around. If we have to remove the odd little tree here and there, we will do. But I'd like it, if I can, to be these types of trees. If I'm going to remove any, ones that I can get a similar replacement of would be good. I want to keep these big ones, these tall ones, because I can't replace those. So, yeah, we'll just try and take down trees that we can get a similar version of if we are going to take any trees down. Right, let's see if we can squeeze this in to this little gap here. I think we can. So I have removed a few of the dead trees. So there were, as I say, there were rocks. There were quite a lot of rocks all the way down here and a few dead trees. I've removed a few of those because they just didn't look that good anyway. But otherwise, I've left the rest. Really wish that it was a bit faster to scroll through this. Now the site is so big. Kind of wish it was a little bit faster to move around when you're in this mode. Can this one go anywhere over here? It can go just there, actually. Doesn't matter if you're camping close to... I mean, this is just a communal fire pit. Everybody's going to be going there anyway. It's not too bad, is it? We can have that there. I don't know whether to turn that one the other way round, though. So you would face... Or do you want to face that way? Yeah, you might as well face that way, hadn't you? I did think as well, maybe moving my generators over here somewhere. Because the petrol station is right there. I can just walk over and grab fuel whenever I need to, rather than take it to the other side of the site. I don't know about that. We'll see. Can I grab this? I think I can grab from distance, but sometimes it can be a bit finicky. Right, where can we put this one? Obviously, there's a space just here, so we might as well fill that in with one. Something like that will do. Although I will put that one. Just turn that one around. You don't just want to stare at the a tree trunk, do you? When you've got a reasonable view, you might as well have the reasonable view then camp towards a tree trunk. I think I've got a couple more then. So I've built 2 so far. I would like to get another 3 on here on top of these 2, if possible. But if it means squeezing them in too tightly, then we'll leave it. But if it's possible, then I would like to squeeze in a few more. Obviously, I will with this bit of land over here. That's 50,000. We're not actually that far away from that. So I ended up... I tried to record this video twice already, but I kept getting interrupted. And unfortunately, the game auto-saves. So as you go through the day, it was like, oh, it's saved, it's saved, it's saved, it's saved. But because I kept getting interrupted, so that's why I've ended up doing several more days than anticipated. Not that it really matters. It's only making money. It wasn't doing anything particularly. Right, that wouldn't be too bad in there somewhere. Can't go... I mean, I could take that log away, and it could go in there. Or I could go over here, but I am going to have to remove something. I mean, I could move my guy. I could put it in there without moving anything. It's annoying I can't move my guy at the same time as that. But I think I would like something over here. What tree do we think is in the way here? Do you think it's that one? Because the others seem like they're on the far right-hand side here, but this one's probably the one. Let's try removing this. So I can also replace a tree just there quite nicely. Could be that log as well, that dead log is in the way. Have a look. Come on, let me have it. There we go, we got it. Right, will it now fit in just there? Or is it... No, it's still, isn't it? I think both of those have got to go, actually. To get it in there. Just drop it here for now. While we get rid of those. Right, it'll definitely fit in there now. And then we can put some trees back. That can go just there. And then we'll find some trees that look okay. So we haven't got many choices, unfortunately. The main problem with this game is there aren't enough trees. You've got your oak trees, you've got your elm trees, and then you've got some birch, and that's it. But there are way more trees in the surrounding area than those particular ones. And I'm very limited on, like, size as well. That elm tree's pretty large, isn't it? And that's a nice large tree. Not bad, actually. It kind of fills in the space quite a bit because it's so wide. I don't mind that. We'll have that. So we've got room here for another site, as we've found out. Could we get one more in? If I removed that log, I could, but I kind of like that one. So I'm going to bring my footpath round. Footpath's going to go probably past this. I quite like that. We could pretend that's some seating or something. I might just get one more in here. which will be fine because then we can utilize this space for more anyway. As I say, I want this to be more like camping in the woods in this section. So that's why I'm not doing a same sort of thing as over here where we've gone side by side just to squeeze some in. We don't really need to do that over here, so I'd rather keep it. I think maybe just the one more. Perhaps. If I just... I don't know if I can build it here, or if we have to go... I think we're going to have to go further down. Precisely the reason that I left the space over here. All right, we'll put an order for that in later. We don't need to do it right now. Let's continue on with the pathway. So the path is here. We've now got a campsite right in front of the pathway where I was going to go through. It's a bit unfortunate, but it's fine. All right, where's the best way to go in here then? I think, actually, follow the pathway around and then come off just here is the answer. I mean, realistically, the only people that are going to use this pathway are these particular campers, so they'd probably just be fine walking across the grass anyway. This is kind of a wooded area, but I did like the idea of having the pathway all the way through, didn't I? But the problem with that is, it kind of walks through everybody's campsite. So you'd have all these people who are here for long stays. They're here for more the posh treatment. They're here for 5 days or whatever. They just want like a retreat. They're not coming camping, they're just coming for like a retreat. But they might walk down this pathway as well. In real life, guaranteed, people would come over and come to the petrol station shop, wouldn't they? But I suppose we'll just put it in. It's fine. So we'll have another branch to it, though. Although actually, maybe, this one doesn't need to, does it? This one can just come in. I think this is going to be a bit of a pain to build, actually. Don't think it's going to allow that. So that can just come to there. That's just a way in. Or should we just leave the pathway in here? Because this is a bit more rough and ready, you know what? I think I'm going to get rid of this pathway. And we'll have the pathway, we'll branch it off here. And the pathway that snakes its way through can snake its way through here to get out instead. I like these not having a pathway. I kind of like them just having a way, you know, they can just go and do whatever they want over here. It's kind of why I've just placed them random. A bit more of a random area. You know what? I'm going to delete these. There we go. Yeah, we'll have this as like a total random area just where people come. So we'll just put another site in there then. And then this area will pretty much be done. I'm not going to bother lighting this either. See what your campfires and stuff like that. This is proper camping in the corner here. Camping in the woods, as I said. So I'll probably just get another site and put it there. But otherwise, I think this area is basically done. Might try and get a few more trees and stuff just to fill in some of the gaps, if there are any. Let's just pull over just here a second. Let's just come and refill this, because I guarantee it needs refilling, and it does. And I think these probably will as well, so we'll do these. There we go. So unfortunately, we're coming into the nighttime period now. So if you start to see any like jittery footage or anything like that, unfortunately, at night the frame rates in this game are not good. They seem to be getting worse as well. The bigger the campsite gets, it's actually quite difficult. So Not the best. You know what? In the one order, what I might as well do is I'm going to put my own thing in here. We might as well have our own base built now. Where do I find that? There it is. Manage a cabin. Can I just squeeze that on there? I can indeed. We'll get that built as well. Then I've got my own cabin. Since we're doing an order anyway. Right, so I need 8 planks. I need 3 nails. 4 lots of stone. 1 lot of glass. 1 roof. And 1 cloth. Right, come a little bit quicker if you can. You know what, we'll pay that, even though that's not great. 2 minutes. The speed works. Okay, our stuff has arrived. Let's load it into the back of the truck and then go and build everything we need to build. I don't really need to do that. I could just carry these over, couldn't I? Never mind. I don't know what I've got and what I haven't, though, so just load them in, it'll be fine. So just while I was waiting there, I went and fixed all of the showers. They weren't doing too badly, but the handyman had not touched them whatsoever, so they definitely needed a hammer. I was going to show you that footage of me doing that, but I got incredible lag as I was walking through the park, so I thought, well, we'll leave that. Yeah, they do need to sort the lag out in this game. When you are getting a little bit bigger, but particularly at night, it's really starting to affect the gameplay. There's a raccoon there. My security guard on it, he usually is. Our security guard is absolutely amazing normally. Where is he? Is he coming? He's usually fantastic, so here he comes. Here he comes. Sorted it out. And there goes the raccoon. And we have our own cabin. Very nice. All right, at least I can sleep here now. So I don't need to go anywhere tonight. So what I'm going to do is... I might just sleep. While there's this amount of lag going on, I'm just going to sleep, I think. And we'll carry on tomorrow. But at least we'll already be at work. So this is exactly the same as the cabins over there by the looks of it. To a T, it's exactly the same, apart from I can sleep here. So we made 7,000. Common areas were dirty. I don't think our janitor is keeping up with things, is he? We definitely need a second one. That's better. At least I've got some frame rates back. Another raccoon. All right, let's get in the truck. Move it over here. So I think I'm going to place my cabin about there. Which unfortunately is the spawn point for everybody who's coming in. But it's obviously it wouldn't be in reality. Let's just have a look to see how this is. It's not bad. Oh, I like this. Look at the view. Nice. Right, so we'll live there. I'll create a little parking space for our truck, I suppose. Well, do I need to, though? I don't know. Just leave it over there, couldn't we? Or park it here, maybe. Probably just park it there rather than create a space. All right, let's drag this over and place this, because I think that will complete this part of the campsite then. And then we can just fill it in with some decoration and bits and pieces should we need to. That could go like that, actually. Perfect. Nice. Fits nicely just there. So over here, we've got what then? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sites. I think there is room. You could probably get 8. Sure, you could get one in just there. With 1 tree removed, you could get one in just there. And still keep that sort of random look. So I could replace... Obviously, I can't replace that tree, but I could put some around it. To keep the camping in the woods feel. And it just gets us 1 extra site in. I do like the idea of. I'm pretty sure one would go there. If you get rid of that tree. Let's do it. Let's have one more. Let's have one more. And then I think that'll have to do in terms of the building today. On there, anyway. Because we need the next expansion to do more. We'll have that come... Sure. You know what? We'll spend $1,000 and have it come in 2 minutes. Why not? Yeah. What we'll do over there requires the next expansion. So I want to put a picnic area in. So we'll probably put a picnic area about here somewhere, just so they've all got somewhere to bring all their stuff and sit. So they've got some tables. But we'll put that in just here, I think, because we haven't really got the room over here. So we'll put that in just over here somewhere, a little picnic area. And then we'll do a similar type of thing, really. We'll go around and put in a few more randomly placed sites. And since it's a bit clearer in this corner area over here, maybe that's where we'll put a few showers and things like that for them as well. So they've got some shower and toilet access. It's already a bit clearer over here, so they could have their showers and toilets and stuff over here, rather than have to knock anything down. And then we'll be getting pretty close to the end, really. We'll just have this space over here. What I've got earmarked for this space over here, I'm not going to build it right now, just in case I need the space. Although we do build everything just here, but just in case, for some reason, I need to build over here. I thought what we put over here, since these are the posh areas, I thought we would put the modern sauna just here, and we'll put the modern hot tub as well. They've got that. It's purely for these luxury bungalows that people come in and stay for a week. It's more of a retreat. They can come here and have a bit of luxury with the sauna and the hot tub just for them as well. Right, how long's that got left? I think that says 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Not too bad. How long are you coming for? $152. I'd love to know how long you're coming for. Probably quite a while. So that will be one of the bungalow people, I would say. I'm going to drive over. So we need to do a bit of tree clearance. So we think it's just... Was it this tree? Just that one, isn't it? That semi-dead one. And hopefully it will fit in just there. Let's find out. Looks like it might. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right, so all I need to do here then is just pepper this in with some more trees and things like that. Because we don't really need to do much else just here. It's pure camping in the woods, so we don't need any lighting. Might put in a bin somewhere, just in case, because I don't want them dropping stuff. We could put a recycling bin over here on this footpath. They can all get to that then, so they can all use the bin without dropping everything all over the site. As I say, we'll put toilets and showers over there, so they can easily get over there anyway. That'll be part of the next project, so I don't think there's anything more I really need to give them. Other than some trees. We'll put a young oak. We could put that in about there somewhere. What else have we got? Grand oak there. Wild elm. That about there somewhere. We'll just drop them randomly. And then we can have a little walk around and see what we think. Quite small, isn't it? I'm not sure about that one. Stick with the elm, I think. That's a massive tree, isn't it? That encroaches too much on the other ones. Can't have that. Put a few birch in. Not sure if they really fit there. It's the problem with the birches. Everything, it's all like evergreen type stuff around here. That's the way it looks anyway. Broad oak. How's this? That in just there. Not bad. Kind of the wrong green, but it's not bad. Put another one in just there, perhaps. Not bad. It feels like we're in the woods, doesn't it? It's kind of the feel I want. I want it to feel like you've gone camping just in the woods somewhere, in amongst all the trees. Not bad. Let's have a walk round. So if you were coming camping just here, you would walk down this pathway, and then you just free for all it because it's that kind of camping. So get onto the grass. Use a site. It's not too bad. I mean, it's a bit open in places, but it's, I mean, I can't fill it tightly in. It's not bad. And you've got this central area wherever we can gather at night and sit by this huge fire. Could you imagine the heat that would be coming off that? A bonfire where the top logs are, well, same height as everybody else. It's crazy. They can all sit round here. They look a bit down, don't they? They don't look too happy. I don't know why that is. Maybe another tree just here wouldn't go amiss. This isn't too bad. I like this. This is a good spot. This one's not bad because you've got the view. So if you point your tent that way, you've got a nice view. These aren't too bad. Obviously, my truck wouldn't be there. Reasonably private. There's a few trees and stuff around. I like it. I think this is definitely my favorite. Just here. Got the nicest feel to it, I think. Good. So that's kind of our just general camping area around here finished, I think. I don't really think I need to do much else with it. There aren't really any more things I can put down. I mean, put a bush down, stuff like that, but I don't really know why I would. I think I'll leave it at that. Because sometimes you can go too far with it, can't you? The only other thing I kind of want to do is these benches. Maybe the odd bench along each footpath, perhaps. Now, you don't really want people. It's not a park, is it? But I don't know if the odd bench might be quite nice just to have dotted around, just so people have got somewhere to sit. And we do get a lot of ill people here. Don't really want one there, because you don't want to just sit looking at somebody's campsite, do you? Kind of weird. Let's put one in just there, so if that gets full, you can come and sit there if you need to. What else have we got decoration-wise? Not a lot, really. Hopefully more will come soon. I haven't really got a lot else. What else can I have then? Since we've got my own place now, what else can I have? Can you place anything on this or no? So we've already got our chair just there, really. So I don't really need anything more. Can't put that close enough, sadly. Don't really want to ruin the view either. I think I'll just give myself a little bit of a garden then. If possible. There we go. Something like that will do. So we've got a bit of a garden. Not too bad. Right, we wanted a footpath around here as well, didn't we? Now, some of this stuff is going to move. So I'm going to move this wood now. I can't do it right now because we can't really fit it in. I'm going to move that. That's going in this site here. So as soon as we unlock that, that's coming over here. So that's going to create some room over here. We're going to have a bit of spare space over here for different things. That could be an extra janitor's shed then, couldn't it? So I think what I'm going to do footpath-wise is I'm just going to come through here and come around there to finish this area off. I get the feeling it's not going to be that happy going past these lockers. But if we move the lockers out the way, I should be able to go down there and then put the lockers back again. Got an injury right outside the medic's hut. If you're going to get injured, right outside the medic's hut is the place to do it, isn't it? Could not be closer. Perfect. Right, that's that pathway done. Now let's put in the lockers again if we can, which we should be able to. Yeah. Pop those just there. So they've got their own pathway now, which is nice. That links in, which is good. Okay, so I've just made my way back to my cabin. Unfortunately, the frame rates had dropped off again and there was a lot of lag. So I decided just to come back to the cabin and wait out the rest of the day. I'll probably do a couple of days just between the videos just to earn that next $19,000 just so we can get that final piece of land. Once we get that land, we'll move the wood over there, put some toilets in, some showers. We'll also put in some more campsites. We'll probably keep the same feel we've got going on over that side of the campsite now and kind of do some random placement and just have it purely like camping in the woods. Then we'll put in the modern sauna and the modern hot tub next to the bungalows. And then the only thing really left to do at that point is then put in the medium shop. And we'll be done, I think. We'll upgrade to a medium shop. We'll decorate that one as well. Yeah, I think that'll be about game complete. So I think we've probably got 2, maybe 3 more videos of this left. We'll come back further down the line because there's lots more coming in the roadmap. But we'll leave this one here. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like. Consider subscribing to and joining the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you for another video very soon.